Hey guys, we're going to dive into hygiene routine. The following screencast may be a little slow for some of you, but it contains very important information. And I don't want to go through it swiftly. It's a very important section of this course, and it relates to the health and safety of your customer, model, and yourself. Clean makeup isn't just beautifully blended products on the face. It's actually more than that. Clean makeup is also sanitary, germ-free, and achieved by applying strict conscious hygiene practices and protocols. Good hygiene is a top priority, and the practices outlined in this lesson are non-negotiable and sometimes mandatory by law. All topics discussed are designed to keep you and the customer safe from any kind of injury or infection. Also in this lesson is a hygiene checklist to self-assess your current standards and self-certify your hygiene practices. What we know about habits is that it takes 21 days to either make or break a habit. So give yourself those 21 days, practice all the factors listed in the checklist before you even attempt to certify yourself. The best way to do this is to set up your phone to capture a video while you do your own makeup or someone else's from start to finish. Once complete, you can review the footage, scoring yourself against the checklist. Products are grouped into either one of these three categories: aqueous, non-aqueous, and powder. A safe and sound hygiene routine is not possible without a handful of necessary tools to keep you on top of the game. Number 1, rubbing alcohol, and that's used to sanitize all the tools and secondary containers. A palette or a petri dish, which will serve as a secondary container, a spatula, a sharpener, and any other tool which will come in direct contact with the product. Make sure the rubbing alcohol is at least 70% to be effective. Also required is some disposable mascara and lip gloss wands. Just make sure the wand goes into the product once. If you want more product, use a fresh wand. No double dipping. As for the sharpener, it goes into a bath of alcohol for several seconds. Set it off to dry and then you can use to sharpen. Aqueous products are most vulnerable because water is a prime environment for microorganisms to thrive. A contaminated area can quickly spread, rendering the entire liquid contaminated. With such products, you take what you need from the primary container into a secondary container, such as a palette or a petri dish, where you can dip into it multiple times. Whatever's left over is to be discarded. You don't want to return that into the virgin product. Remember to sterilize the spatula and petri dish, whatever tool you use. If you aren't sure the product you're working with is aqueous or non-aqueous, you can find out by reading the ingredient list. If you find water as an ingredient, rest assured your product is aqueous. As for non-aqueous or emollient-based products, the contamination does not spread. So, scraping or wiping off the upper layer will get rid of any surface contamination. The idea is the same. You want to take whatever you need from the primary container into a secondary container. With emollient-based products or non-aqueous, you will use a spatula to scrape off what you need. There are moments where you are unable to separate the product from the primary container, like the case of an eye pencil or a lip pencil. For that, dip the pencil in alcohol for several seconds before and after use. Powders are very similar to emollient-based products. They too do not contain water, so contaminating the entire product is unlikely. For pressed powders, the upper surface is wiped off with a tissue before use. As for loose powders, the product needed is scooped out into a secondary container. Although the images you are seeing right now are graphic, you must take a look to see how serious infections can be if hygiene practices aren't implemented correctly. You cannot compromise or take shortcuts when it comes to health and safety. Make sure you review brush anatomy to learn about disinfecting brushes. Let's quickly review and see what good hygiene looks like. When it isn't possible to use a secondary container, disposable applicators are the way to go. No double dipping, of course. After sanitizing the spatula, this is how you scrape off what you need from a lipstick or a stick foundation. You can do the same with loose powders. Use the spatula to scoop out what you need. Pay attention to the time-lapse video in our upcoming foundation and concealer matrix. You will see the hygiene routine implemented and in action. Thanks guys, and good luck with your self-assessment and self-certification.